Well, tremendous win for our program. I think we all knew going into this game how big this game was for us, and couldn't have asked for a better start than we got out of Matt Clark. One of the best starts I've ever witnessed in my career as a coach. So he put our team, our program on his shoulders today against one of the best teams in the country, the ACC champion, and won the game for us. Offensively, we were outstanding today against the best starting pitcher in our league in Detmers. Third inning, Wilkie's at-bat was huge. We had the bases loaded with Bird up with one out, and Detmers does what Detmers does. He threw two fastballs inside and jammed him. We got to 2 outs, and there's a reason why Kyle Wilkie hits in the 4-hole in our lineup, because he's one of the best hitters that we have had in this program over the last few years with runners in scoring position. He's come up with clutch hit after clutch hit, and that was certainly one there. He hit the double off the wall to give us a 2-run lead. Justin Hawkins is a tremendous matchup versus left-handed pitchers, and got a pitch up in the zone with 2 guys on. He's got monster power. I've been saying it ever since he's been here. When he gets good pitches to hit, he can hit them as long as anybody, and he certainly crushed that pitch for a 3-run homer. Jordan Green's at bat in the 5th was huge, another 2-out single RBI. He had a great day for us today. He made an unbelievable play on the ball, hit over his head. And then Wilkie again in the 7th with a 2-out home run to tack on the lead. And quite honestly, again, Matt pitched an amazing ball game today. And our defense was outstanding outside of the comebacker that hit him. I don't know why we threw the ball with an underhand flip, why we didn't just pick it up and just throw it over there. Maybe you were surprised that you got hit. But anyhow, it was a great defensive game for us today. Matt was outstanding. Hennessy pitched out of a tough spot again, had a couple guys on base. Big strikeout to Fitzgerald. Was able to hold on right there and win the game. And just really proud of our guys today, how they stepped up in a crucial game for us.
Questions, just raise your hand. Wait for the mic here in the back row.
Matt, talk us through it, man. What was going on in the dugout? Is everybody trying to avoid you? What was going on there as you go into that 9th inning?
Yeah, throughout the entire game, nobody ever really talks to me during my outings. It's just kind of how it is. But on the field, it just kind of felt like any other outing. I was just trying to stay aggressive and get ahead early.
In front.
Matt, at what point did you realize you were having a pretty special day, and did that thought of a no-hitter, perfect game start creeping in?
Probably around the 5th inning, you kind of just know as a pitcher, like, okay, nobody's gotten a hit today yet, so you just, you just stay aggressive and, let the defense make plays behind me.
And what do you think of the job your defense did today, in particular that play by Jordan that Coach referenced?
Oh, they're big time. They've been big time all year behind me. They just give me the confidence every single weekend to go out there and throw strikes.
Kyle, what were you doing, to keep him calm and calling the game?
Well, I gotta give a lot of credit to him and then Coach C for, Coach C does a good job of calling pitches, and I didn't have to do a lot today. I just put my glove there and didn't have to move it. So, this guy's just an absolute stud. So if we wanted a fastball on the plate, he threw it on the plate. If we wanted it off, he threw it off. If we wanted, whatever we wanted, he was throwing it. So just credit to him and our defense and Coach C for the performance today. Just a great job.
Aaron, right on the right.
Coach, what do you think has been the key to Matt's development from, I don't know if situational lefty is fair to say earlier in his career, but to what he's now, where he can come out and have a performance like this in the ACC tournament against a team like Louisville?
It's funny, I have a long history with Matt. First time I saw Matt pitch, he was in the 8th grade, pitching for Hilton Head High School. And he was just strike throwing machine, this little lefty that just could throw it where he wanted to. And I actually recruited him at the College of Charleston, and he was actually coming to the College of Charleston until I got the job at Clemson. And I knew even when I was at the College of Charleston that he really wanted to go to Clemson. He kept putting me off, waiting to see if Clemson would recruit him. And finally, he gave in and committed. And then when I got the job here, it was a transition that he made, and I certainly wanted him to come pitch for us. But he's done it his whole life. Quite honestly, like the progression, the only thing that's really progressed is he's gotten older and stronger. But he's always been the same guy. He's the one thing that I will say, his changeup has gotten better. I used to tell him even in high school, hey man, you got to come up with a changeup, otherwise you're going to be a bullpen guy. And he's come up with that third pitch, even though he doesn't have to throw it a lot because his fastball is so good and it's so deceptive. You can't. He's not a guy that you can go to the ballpark and put the radar gun up on, because even when he's been 82, 84 in starts this year and dominated. I feel like his velocity has crept up, especially this year. He had Tommy John his first year in the program, and he's just gotten. I wouldn't say he's gotten better. He's always been good. He really has. I mean, he's the same guy that I've been watching since high school. Again, he's just gotten bigger and stronger, and he's a winner. He always has been, and he always will be.
Kip, you're on the far right.
Yeah, Matt, I went back and checked the stats after the game. You did not go past a 2-ball count until the walk in the eighth. Was that the best command and placement you had this season, or maybe in your career?
Yeah, I mean, in the bullpen today, I kind of had like a shaky warm-up session. Like I wasn't really throwing many strikes. But then something just clicked on the mound, and I was able to get on my pitches. And past couple of weeks, I haven't had that kind of command. Like my walk numbers were up a little bit the past couple of weeks, but I felt good today getting all the pitches today.
Will, right here.
Justin, what is it for you guys this year against Detmer that you guys have just been able to hit off? Nobody else has. I think the stat was 9. Everybody, you guys, his ERA is 9 versus y'all, and 2 against everybody else in the conference.
Yeah, well, first off, I'd like to say it was an amazing win by the boys today. And also hats off to Louisville staff. They've been really good this year, and then they got ahead of us a lot in the game. But no, I think as our lineup goes on throughout the season, I think we've just learned to hit lefties a little bit better.
Matt and Kyle,